Woo. What better way to open up a video with a hard set? Do you know what I mean? And this is what it was, right? It was a hard ass set. Now, weight-wise, I mean, we've moved more, and perhaps I could do with a couple of more plates. When I say plates, I mean little plates, so like 10 kilo more should be good enough. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I like going for the length of the set rather than the weight of the set, if this makes sense. So, and sometimes I combine it. I just like to keep things interesting. Do you know what I mean? So, last video, leg day, I didn't do an epilogue. I was just too tired, to be honest. Like, I focused. The focus was there, it was good. The workout was very good. But then at the end, I was just like, I don't want to talk. I just want to go home and get on with the rest of the day. Because there's still a lot to do. But, do you know what I mean? Speaking at the end of the camera sometimes is not the best thing that, the best option that there's available anyway, is what I'm trying to say. It's like, I was just too tired. And I didn't want to say much. I mean, I could have said thank you and goodbye. But, do you know what I mean? I'll say it now. So the thing is, legs are done. Yesterday we had rest day. Now we're going to do back. Obviously, I mean, we just started. I'm going to do one more set here with the exact same weight. And then we're going to move into something else. I am not going to do bend over barbell rows. Just because, just take a little break from it just for the day. And the next time I'm probably going to do them. But after that, what am I going to do after that? I'm probably going to do like a rowing exercise. Just so I can target up and back, and then biceps, and then that should be good enough. Maybe some side lats, maybe that superset that we usually do. That is a good workout in my head. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. Because it's warm, well, or at least warmer than it usually is these days, when I train, it drains me. Literally, but also figuratively. It's just my brain is just not there sometimes after the workout. And I just need some time to relax and, you know, regroup, if this makes sense. So that happened for legs 100%. I mean, we did squats after so long that I haven't done them. And that took a hit. I took a hit, rather. That really did something to my systemic and overall fatigue. And I think it was evident, self-evident throughout the workout. Especially towards the end, by the time we got to the leg extensions, I was just like, I'm just going to do what I need to do. I'm going to go. I didn't really speak throughout the sets. I don't think I said anything, to be honest, throughout the last two exercises after the squats. So that goes to soak. Well, in any case, I'm going to do one more set here so we can move into something else now. Should we do side lats? I don't know. I say we might. I don't know, we'll see. I have one more set to finish off here anyway. The 17 and a half feel good. I said this in a previous video, it's like sometimes certain muscle groups for certain people work better with heavy weight versus lighter weight, more reps for hypertrophy. This is one of them. My biceps work better with heavy weight. I just feel more tension on the bicep. So, you know, I'll stick to it. Right. We're gonna do 2 sets. We're gonna do 2 sets for side lats, and then there's gonna be that. I'm gonna wrap it up after that. Back and biceps is one of these muscle groups in particular on my body that I can get away by not training too much because they're big and strong. So it's like, you know, biceps not so much actually. Back 100%. It's just big and strong. So it's where it needs to be for my current physique. I don't think that I'm lacking on back. So I can get away by training it a little bit less. So if I were to go full tilt hypertrophy for back, I would do one more exercise, or I would add a set here and there, or I would do like what's it called? So let me just pause this because I can't focus on my own voice. So what I was saying is, I would either do a drop set or add a set, or just do another exercise, just 2 more sets of another exercise, if I were to go full tilt on that. But the reason that I'm saying go full tilt is like, I have noticed that if I'm gonna go full tilt on certain body parts, they take away from others. So the way that I've structured my workout is like I'm doing back and biceps first, then I'm doing chest, so I can give my pull muscles a break, and then I do legs. The reason that I don't like doing back and legs at the same, or not the same, back to back, is because if I'm gonna do squats, for example, my lower back, although it's not the primary muscle, it gets a hit from squats. So if I'm gonna do back the day before, I don't want my lower back to be in any shape or form the limiting factor for my leg workout. So, and this is kind of like how I've justified it in my head. I'm like, let's just give the muscles a break. And if I am going to use them again, I don't want them to be back to back. Just so I don't think that the limiting factor on a squat is going to be my lower back if I've done back the previous day. But I also don't want to have to focus on lower back when I do squats. And what I mean by that is I want to make sure that everything goes, all my focus goes on the quads, and the more rested and the more ready to go that my lower back is, the better it is for my brain to focus on the quads and the legs in general. So that's sort of my reasoning behind this. But the way that I've structured this, it's like, if I do too much on back, and then tomorrow I have a push day, chest, triceps, delts, I don't have as good of a workout for chest or push in general, right? Maybe because these days are back to back, maybe I need to do pull day, rest day, push day, rest day, legs, rest day. And that could be an alternative, but then we're not training every single muscle group twice a week, which again, not the end of times, right? But I would like to do that because I've seen the results from it, training its muscle group twice. Also, you got to remember, I'm only doing 2 sets per exercise, and that's because I'm training every muscle group twice a week. If I wasn't doing that, I would probably I'd probably be doing twice the sets. I would probably be doing like four sets or 3 sets and a drop set, something like that, right? But because I'm training twice, I can get away with 2 sets, 2 hard sets, right? To fail. This is important. I think for a natural athlete, if you're gonna work out twice a week, certain muscle groups, you can get away by doing 2 sets at a time, just as long as you're semi-advanced, as in your muscles are big and strong and efficient, and you take the sets to failure. This is important because if you're gonna half-ass a set, I mean, you could get away with it, but I think you're gonna need more volume to get the same result. So that's kind of like how I like to train for. I like to train hard and I like to take things to failure. So that's just sort of how I've structured my workout routine. I'm not saying go and do it. I'm just trying to explain why I've done it. So biceps, once again, are not really that big or that strong, in my opinion. My back is tough. So I get away by doing less for back than other people. And some other people have incredible chest, right? So they can get away by doing less for chest and more for back. It just depends on the individual. There is no right and wrong specifically. I can't put a blanket over this for everybody. It just has to be one of these things where it's like trial and error for everybody and see what works and what doesn't work. Look yourself in the mirror and just say, my back is big, it's wide and it's big and it's strong. Perhaps I don't need to go full tilt on back because it will take away from the rest of the body. So what do I want to bring up? Well, chest. It's the same logic with exercises. Like, what do you want to grow the most? Biceps. Great, do this first. When you come into the gym, do this instead of back. It's kind of like one of these things. So with that being said, let's do some side lats and then wrap it up. And that is that, boys and girls. So I'm going to see you with the next one tomorrow, actually, chest, if all is well. And yeah, till then, peace, and I am out.